I want you to think back to when you were young. Not just any sweet moment from your youth. No. I want you to search for that one evening in your past. That night when both you and those around you declared you old enough to be alone. Think back to it. Do you remember the goodbyes? Do you remember the sound of the door closing? That feeling that you got as you rested your head along that door. You felt empowered, joyful, brave. Now, move past all that to the moment when you were sitting there in the dark, with just the light of the movie filling the room. Think back to the moment when the empowerment got lost in the dark. Remember how your joy seemed to fade away with the chill in the air. Then think back to how your bravery hid from the sounds coming through the darkness. You stopped the movie, hoping it was a background sound, or maybe a cat outside the door. Your eyes find the darkness. Your eyes find the doorway in the darkness. They get fixed on the locks. You're trying to remember if you locked the door. You sit there, still, more still than you have ever been before. Then comes a banging at the door, and you jump. You just stared at the door, hoping it was a mistake. It was far too late for visitors, after all. You jumped from the banging once again. You think about walking over to it, but the child in you wants to run and hide under the covers. You shook your head, trying to force the fears from your mind as you slowly walked towards the door. You placed your hand on the doorknob, pushing your chest against the cool wood as you stood on your tiptoes to peer through the peephole, your eyes resting there for a moment as you look into the darkness. Your heart slowly stops the race that it was running as you realize there's nothing there. You smiled, shook your head once again, pushing the fear from your mind. You sat back down and pulled your feet up into the seat as you started your movie again. As you forget the fear, it quickly returns with one sweet thought. If nothing's there, then what was the banging? You hear it again. Bang! Bang! Someone or something was beating down your front door. You leapt to your feet and take off towards your bedroom. The adult in you had your chance to deal with things, and now the child in you screams, "Go! Hide!" You pounce into bed, pulling as much of the sheets as you could over you. You lay there under the covers, heart racing, sweating, wondering why you didn't turn on the lights, and for a moment you hear nothing over your own heartbeat. You feel foolish as the moment gets longer and longer. You start to pull the cover from over your head when you hear it. The slow sound of the door opening. You pull the cover back over and you close your eyes tight, so tight that you feel the pain pushing from your eyelids to your forehead. They were so tight that you didn't notice the light was on, nor did you notice your parents coming into the room, not until the laughing starts. Your empowerment was misplaced. Your joy was just plain lost. And your bravery was hiding somewhere under those covers as well. You all have a good laugh when you find out that they were the ones knocking, misplaced keys creating panic within your soul. You ask, where did they go, when you looked through the peephole? They don't know what you're talking about. You explain, and they still seem puzzled. It's not until the banging at the door starts again that you all understand. Do you remember? Do you remember how it felt? Don't forget. And whatever you do, don't answer the door. That was The Door by Sylvester Barzey. This has been another Unraveling with the Bone Collector. Stay spooky, kids.